can kind of see up in there, but I got the God, come on, speak, Jordan. Ruff. Welcome back to Copenhagen Blue. Today we're working on the Kia. I've got a power steering line that I've been ignoring for a while, and it's the return line from what I can tell, but we're going to verify that today, and then we're going to see if we can repair it with good old JB Weld. Let's get started. As we get under the Kia here, we can see we have our cross member. We have a heat shield that I already took off that exposes this power steering line. It actually runs down here, and over here, and up and over, and then when we finally get to the back, it's that middle line right there. You can see with the rust on it. What we're going to do is we're going to spray it off with some brake clean, get it cleaned up. We're going to try and maybe sand it a little bit and try and put some JB Weld and see if that'll stop the leak that we have. Let me show you what kind of leak we're working with. Now up here on the top of the motor, I've disconnected our power steering return line. You can see that it's our return line because it's on the top of the other line. So obviously that's a feed line, that's a return line. This one also goes directly into the pump, and this one comes off the bottom. So we're going to test this one out first and see if this is where our leak is coming from. What we're going to do is we're going to take a funnel, and we're going to do a little bit of power steering fluid in there, which I bought for this, and I bought stop leak, of course, but it's not going to stop the leak that we have. I think we're dealing with quite a good sized pinhole. I'm just going to put a little bit down here just so we can use some compressed air, and then we're going to see if we can force it out of the hole. Now that we have the power steering fluid down in our tube, what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of compressed air, and we're going to see if we can force that power steering fluid we just poured in there to shoot out of our leak. That way we know what we're working with. All right, let's see if we get any oil spraying out of there. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice. Let's see if we can't get up here and clean some of this off. Apologize if it's not perfectly clear. It actually just starts like leaking back out. Questions I start to have are whether or not we'll be able to get the JB Weld to adhere. And the other question is, how bad is this line? I was debating a couple different ways to repair this. One of which was putting a hose over it just to clamp it down. Got our JB Weld mixed up. Put it on, see how it goes. Might have to do more than one application of this stuff, then see what happens. The cure time on this is 4 to 6 hours, so we're going to have to put it on and then let it sit overnight. I'm going to spread this a little bit. I mixed up some JB Weld. I got it on there. I smeared it all over trying to stop our pinhole leak. Hopefully in about 4 to 6 hours that'll cure, but we're going to leave it overnight and come back to it. Now the reason I couldn't do the line is it actually goes all the way over, and it's the top nut on that power steering rack. We weren't going to be able to get that down. There's no way to get a wrench in there. So the other option I had was to cut the line, and it goes all the way over down here. And I thought maybe I could also try and take a hose and slide it on here, then crimp it on. But I think we're going to try this first and see if that good old JB Weld's going to hold. It's been about 12 hours. We're going to see if that power steering line is fixed or whether or not we have some more work to do. Well, we're back under the car, and we're going to try and do the repair that I think we should have done from the beginning, which I don't know if you can really see it or not. But that pipe is still weeping. I sanded it down a little bit better than I had. I actually used sandpaper instead of just Scotch-Brite this time. We're going to dry it off. I was able to get some 3/8 actual like hydraulic hose. And now we're going to put the hose over. We're going to put some JB Weld in there. We're going to seal that up. And we're going to let it sit overnight and see what the hell we get come morning. Got our little injectable tube thing of JB Weld here. I'm gonna put a little 50-50 mix in here. Okay, mix that up. Mixed up right there. Dry this off one more time. Tighten it down. We're gonna see how that goes. Well, it looks like our hose over the power steering fluid return line there is not going to hold up, which I'm not surprised. This whole hose thing has become even more of a pain in the butt. It's still leaking, which we have leakage back here, but I disconnected the clamp. I unhooked the hose itself where it mounts up top. We're gonna try and pull this whole hose assembly down and see if we can't put a compression fitting on it. One thing we're gonna have to try and do is we're gonna disconnect this. We should probably get a dish or something here to catch fluid. We're gonna disconnect this line, which is probably gonna make a little bit of a mess, so there we go. All right, so we've got our fluid pouring out of there. Let's see if we can get some hose clamps undone. We're gonna use a pipe cutter, and then we're gonna see if we can use this compression fitting to close this up, because yeah, it's still leaking pretty good. So we have a pretty good little cut going. We're gonna see if we can finish splitting that, and then we can put our compression fitting on. We have one end of our hose down, which at least makes this nice and easy. We're gonna clean this up with some, what's that stuff? Clean it up with some sandpaper, and hopefully then we can put this fitting on. And oh my gosh, I pray to God this fitting works, because if it doesn't, this is gonna be all for nothing, and that will suck. Guess we're gonna find out real quick. See, son of a bitch. You're just making a mess at this point, Jordan. Nope, it's too fucking small, isn't it? Damn it. Fuck my life. Isn't that what the kids say? Fuck my life. Our compression fitting's not going to work. It's too small for our hose or our pipe. But what we're going to do is I think we're going to get some 3/8 inch fuel line, and we're going to run it on and run it deeper so we can clamp further back on that spot after the break that we just created on both ends. And we're going to hope that that just holds. I ended up getting some new fuel line here. We got 3/8 inch, handles up to 150 PSI, and I was able to feed it onto our line itself that we actually cut. So now I'm going to measure out how much we need on the other end, put it on, hose clamps. I think without the slit in it, we're gonna be in good shape. Fingers crossed. And now we're down to cutting the line and putting on a solid hose, which then will fit over one end, but won't fit over the other end. When does the fun stop? But since it won't fit over and I'm really fighting it, I decided to try and just, you know, drill the hole out a little bit. So we made it a little bit bigger. And now we're going to use a little WD-40, I think. See if we can get it to slide up to the bar. That is pretty darn close. I know you can't see it. I can feel it. It's just a small gap right there. I think that's gonna be enough. I've got quite a bit over the hose. I'm gonna have a hose clamp on here, hose clamp on there, and we're gonna put this together and fire this engine up and see what happens. Let's put a little air to this and see how it goes. Oh, we're getting fluid shooting out of the reservoir. Okay, well that means we're making a full cycle. It wasn't doing that before because it was going out of the hose. So cool. Let's put this back on. All right, let's fill that reservoir up. Probably need to grab more power steering fluid. How much you want to bet this isn't going to be enough? Yeah, maybe it'll be enough. Yeah, we'll just go to the max because we know we're going to have to go lock to lock on the rack to bleed out some of the air. Sweet. Let's get this thing fired up, see how it sounds. We're not losing fluid down there. Power steering pump is actually quiet. Turning it a little side to side here in a second. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting some, well, maybe it's not permanent noise. Might just be bleeding a little bit of air out. Ooh, that sucked a lot of fluid down real quick. Let's pour the rest in here. Bluetooth funnel action. Maybe we're looking at a pump. All the fluid I have. Below the minimum, but it's not empty. It's not gushing out on the bottom. Pump's just gonna whine a little bit. I'm in no way sponsored by ProLube, but I do like the product and I use it in my engine and transmission, and I put it in power steering. This is gonna be a great test to see if this stuff actually works or if it's just hype. Use 1 ounce per quart in hydraulic systems. See if it gets quieter. Holy crap. Wow. Wow. That worked really, really fast. Holy crapola. That's quieter than it was. No kidding. That's pretty impressive. It has been 24 hours and I can safely say we have no new leaks, which is very cool. I've run the car for about 20 minutes, turned the power steering, you know, worked the cycle back and forth. But to summarize, JB Weld doesn't work. More JB Weld doesn't work. JB Weld with some fuel line and some hose clamps doesn't work. I couldn't get that compression fitting to even go on, so that doesn't work. But that hose with some hose clamps, let it sit, everything seemed to work out just great. Wish I'd figured that out like 10 days ago. So if you need a temporary repair or you need to make more of a permanent repair, this is probably the way to do it. But I appreciate you taking the time to watch. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Whatchamacallit, thingy, motherfucking thingy, over it. Take 5, 6. Let's try it for the 15th time.